Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. I'm Martin Wenzel. Just trying to get things situated. Welcome in. We're at Riga Airport. Ladasta Riga Airport, I guess, or something like that. Riga Ladasta Airport. And this is Microsoft Flight Simulator World Tour Leg 122. Flying into every country and territory in the world via real commercial flights. And today we're flying from Riga International Airport in Marupi, Riga, Latvia, to Budapest Frank-Liszt International Airport in Budapest, Hungary. This flight's based on Ryanair A32NX, flown using a Boeing 737-800. But since we don't have a 737 yet, we're going to be using the Airbus A320 with FlyByWire's A32NX mod, the development version, with the Ryanair livery created by R1NS3. We've got Alpha Indy Group's traffic working. I've already had about 3 or 4 planes take off so far. We got an Air Baltic taxiing. And Bijan Habashi's 4-season pack that's presenting all the trees that we're seeing in a different kind of early spring, late winter form right now. So let's get over to the airport itself. And we do have a cardboard cutout of an Air Baltic. Not sure why that one's coming in like that, but once in a while you get one like that with the Alpha Indy Group traffic. A model that's just basically a model that you might see flying in the sky, and when you're on the ground it looks a little silly. So I know this airport well because I did a lot of these lines and everything in X-Plane, upgrading that airport, the basic airport there. But this is a nice freeware version of Riga International for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Another gem. Of course, inside it's not that great, but outdoors it looks just fine. Inside, not a ton to see. I mean, there is something going on here. But really, where it shines is outdoors, and that's really where we need it. So we're on Ryanair today, and we've got the jetway already out. Cargo's being loaded, food is being loaded, all that good stuff. So let's get inside the plane. Wrong view, there we go. Let's get inside the plane and get it started. You can hear the outside noise because we do have the jetway and the cargo door open, so that's what that extra little noise is. So we go over to our fly pad. That's not what I want to do. I'm going to go to the fly pad. I've been taking a little while to load up. Go to Sim Brief. Load in from our, or load from Sim Brief. And we'll go over here. Operational fuel, or operational flight plan. That's an OFP. And we need for fuel on this flight. You can see our trip is to Budapest. Our alternate is Vienna. So fuel we need to put on board is 6,362 kilos. 6,300. I'm bad at remembering things. That's how quick I forget something. 6362. That should be easier to remember. 6362. There we go. 9 minutes. Let's get it fueling. Back to the main view. While that's going on, we're going to just do our safety checks. We'll make sure our parking brake is on. Speed brake is disarmed. Flaps are retracted and matching what we do have on the plane itself. So we can kind of look over here. You can see the flaps are up. So we'll go right back to first down here. Ignition, normal. Master 1 and Master 2 for the engines are in the off position. Thrust levers are idle. At this point I like to just get the integrated lighting ready to go. Don't need any flood lighting right now. We'll go to our next view. We can turn these display brightnesses up for the eCam. Since it is afternoon, we'll just turn all the brightnesses up on these. I really don't do much with this screen. I want to check to make sure the landing gear is down. It is. We're sitting on it. Anti-skid nose wheel steering on. Everything else looks good. That's not right. Is that really view 3? I did not know that. Or no, we're on view 3. That's why I did that. If you hit the same view, it goes to a different view. Alright, go look at the glare shield. I'm going to just turn these up so that when we turn everything on, they'll just be ready to go. This is just brightness for your different lighting. Same thing over here. Just get all the different screen brightnesses where we want them. You know what I didn't look at? Actually, we do have a fly pad on the first officer side now, so if we wanted to fly in the first officer seat, everything's right over there, just like over here now. So that's a really cool new addition that they've just put in the FlyByWire A32NX within the last few days. For all the people that would like to fly from the first officer seat, or at least have the option to fly from either seat. Because not every flight do you fly in the captain's seat, especially coming up when you're a first officer. Let's go to overhead panel, make sure our wipers are off. They are, so at this point we can hit... We're going to turn off ATC radio communications, or AI radio communications, because if we don't do that, we'll get a pushback before we're ready to do the pushback, and Copilot gets a little excited. Alright, so battery 1 and 2. External power is available. Strobe to auto. Crew supply on. Ground control on. Deers nav 1, 3, and 2. I know, logo change. Another logo change. Well, you just keep changing your name. You're Wolf Gaming, Rocket Gaming. Just keep changing. You gotta pick one. That's alright. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. How's the podcast coming? Alright. Put the nav logo light on for now. That's all we need on the overhead panel. Actually, that's not all we need. Do our fire tests. Hey, Crumbfish. We are definitely going to have a hard landing. Well, the last 2 flights I've had sub 200, so maybe this will be the best Ryanair landing ever, or it could be more in line with real life Ryanair landings. Alright, seatbelt signs should be off. I don't know why they keep turning those on. Auto for no smoking, arm for emergency lights, and we'll jump into the FMS. That's not the FMS. ATSU, AOC, weights and balances, send the request. We have 112 passengers, kind of a light one for today. Start boarding. And I'm going to actually turn off the background music for now. We do have some ambient music, we do have boarding music. I'm going to turn that off because we do have Ryanair boarding music. Let's go in here, audio. We just want to have the passenger ambience. Reaching for the joystick. It's not in front of me right now. And alright, Pack X, let's get that started. Give ourselves an hour 55 for the flight. This is a longer flight than I thought it was going to be. 38,000 is our cruise. 112 passengers. Boarding music today. What are we? Ryanair. So we do have some Ryanair boarding music. We do have a custom safety brief. And we do Wi-Fi. Alright, let me know if that's too loud. Did you fly the A380? Is there an A380 available yet? I know FlyByWire is working on it. I'm really excited to fly it once they do have it out, but haven't seen it yet. We would like in-flight entertainment. I think that, let me know if this boarding music's a little too loud. I think we'll go right around there. What do you mean, yes? Yes for what? Oh, not just Wi-Fi. I could do both, actually. Well, I can't now, since I already set it up, but... whatever. Whatever. Alright, some passengers are coming on board. Let's call up and get our IFR clearance.
Ryanair 32NX ready to copy IFR clearance to Faraheji.
Ryanair 32NX is cleared to Faraheji Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.0 squawk 4711.
Ryanair 32NX cleared to Faraheji Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 128.0 squawk 4711.
Ryanair 32NX read back correct. Contact ground on 118.8. Good day.
Alright, so we are taking off runway 18. I want to look at what I got. We're taking off runway 18. We're going to be taking the standard instrument departure, Barry 1 Foxtrot. There we go. Insert that, and alright, barrel. So let's go back to our knit page, get our alternate in, which is going to be Vienna. Flight number 3296. Cost index 5. Cruise 380. Flight level 380. 38,000 feet today. Flight plan. We got barrel is our first waypoint. We're going to click on left tab there. Airways. Then we got an airway Papa 870.
After you put your carry-on items in the overhead
From Papa 870, we're going to go Baksu.
Make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle
Baksu
is clear and
to
sit down
Mike
so that way other passengers can
857 airway.
If you're seated in an emergency exit row,
Sugi.
in the safety card provided for you. Please ensure that you are able and willing to perform these actions.
Insert, because we're going to go from there, from Sugji or whatever that is, direct to Podan. Podan.
We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome.
Podan to Keked.
Wizz Air 2579er cleared to Torp Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb.
Win Air.
12,000 feet.
Alright.
On 128.0 squawk 212.
Oh, Wizz Air. I was going to say, Win Air is down in the Caribbean.
Contact ground on 118.8 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Go Rigza. Direct to Rigza, and then direct to Beted. And there's our flight plan for today. We'll jump in and get our final. Here is going to be runway ILS 31 right. To the Star Betet 2 Hotel. And I believe we're doing, I think the, what do I got for transition? Transition Nitra. Okay. Paid for first class. Well, we got a few viewers in here. So we got Cody and Crumbfish, Rock Gaming and Crumbfish. Let me know if you, everyone else, make a shout out in the chat. Let us know you're here. Okay, this Ryanair music is a little bit too loud. Yeah, right about there. Alright, we got
Whiskey Victor Foxtrot Golf Wizz Air
Got our flight plan in. Let's go to radio page. And we're gonna jump to the our final chart here and get in the VOR for Budapest.
You're ready to go when you are.
Of course, it's going to be 307 degrees. I like to have the VOR in just as a backup. Looking at the missed approach. Radial 127. Radial 307. So we'll put that one in over here. Radial 127. Okay. Could also put this Tapio sap in if we wanted. There's almost not enough room in here. You almost want like 100 different VORs sometimes. ILS will automatically fill in. You can see it's automatically filling in with Rigas right now. Alright. Finished with that page. We can go double check. I think all the passengers should be on board here. 12 more passengers. I'm bored of talking to Martin Wenzel. No, I'm not. Alright. I know. Where is everyone else? Oh, man. It's a little hot in here. Well, I'm just really dehydrated. Winter needs to end. It's too dry. I'll get a Medar for... I don't know. He was on later yesterday. He was on late last night. All right, so there's our Medar data. Got no wins supposedly. QNH is 1032. It's -4 degrees and -5 dew point. No winds, and that's from. That's probably from half an hour ago. Yeah, I'm not sure how we can do things, how we can get that to work for YouTube. Oh, that's great. My traffic controller died. Turn that back on.
Ground Air Baltic 412 IFR to Minsk 2 ready to copy.
Guess all the other planes have disappeared because AIG traffic controller died. So it got pretty lonely here at the airport. Those guys will come back soon. Alright, passengers are on board. We do have all the fuel, so we can also put that seatbelt sign on. Go back out here, bring up all our services. Barometric reference. Flight directors are both on. APU master switch on. Hey, Creepy Kirk. Mini Minor. Yes, Ryanair tonight. Well, for this flight. Ryanair, and then we'll do Lufthansa over to Germany for Frankfurt.
A32NX. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour.
And I flew a ton of Ryanair back in X-Plane. That's why I even flew to this airport. That's why I know Riga so well.
Large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full
Yep,
upright
we're flying
posture.
from Riga International down
Cabin
to
crew, prepare cabin
Budapest.
for departure.
Liszt International Airport. Franz Liszt. I believe he was a... I want to say Franz Liszt was a pianist. But he might... I think he's just a composer. Well, not just a composer, but... I don't think he's exclusively just a pianist, but he was a famous Hungarian composer. Let's see. What's down here? APU is coming up. You can hear it. You can see it. What is that? KALS or you mean Las Vegas? What is IDA? I think you got letters messed up there. Do you mean Las Vegas to Washington? I do want to start doing some flights around the United States. I don't know, let's see. There you go. Alright, what have we got? Ready to wind shear, not all the weight on that. Close the cockpit door. We have the APU going. APU bleed. External power off. Beacon light on. Fuel pumps on. And we are ready for... Oh, Idaho. That'd be a nice one. I've never flown into Idaho anywhere. I'll have to do that. We're ready for pushback. Bring this up. Pre-plan the pushback.
Ground with 02579er IFR to torque. Ready to copy. With Air 2579er is cleared to Torp Airport as filed. Take off runway 18 climb and maintain
Say
6,000
twerp.
feet.
Twerp Airport.
Departure frequency is 134.85 squawk tree 60 tree.
Cockpit to ground. Stand by.
Ground Air Baltic 412 ready to copy ISR clearance to Minsk 2. Air Baltic 412 is cleared to Minsk 2 Airport as filed.
Yep, this is real time.
Off runway 18 climb
There
and maintain
are ways, I think you can, there's like a sim rate where you could speed it up if you wanted to. If I sped these flights up anymore, like these short flights, I barely have time to like even look out the window sometimes on these shorter flights.
All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is
Twerp International.
18 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 134.85 squawk 5606.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift. We are cleared for start and push.
You already lifted. I don't know what you're talking
Air
about.
Baltic 412 cleared to Minsk 2 Airport as filed. Take off runway 18 climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 128.0 squawk 4426.
Parking brakes are
Air
released.
Baltic 412 read back correct. Contact ground on 118.8. Good day.
It will start in the sequence.
With your 2579er cleared to Torp Airport as filed.
Alright, should be getting the
Take off runway 18 climb.
the safety
and
brief.
maintain
Gentlemen, please
6,000
direct your
feet.
attention to the screen for
Departure on
important safety demonstrations.
128.0 squawk 3603.
Welcome on board this Ryanair flight. May we have your attention while we point out some of the safety features on this Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Please remove headphones during this demonstration. There are 8 emergency exits, each marked with a red exit sign.
Twerk Airport.
Hard markings along the cabin aisle with
Yeah, a little bit longer than yesterday.
and guide you to the nearest exit in an
Wow,
emergency.
that's speed up.
There are 4 main doors, 2 at the front of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right, and 2 at the rear of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right. There are 4 overwing exits in the center of the cabin, 2 left and 2 right. Please note the nearest exit, which may be behind you. Fasten your seatbelt inside the metal end into the buckle to secure, pull the loose
Ground with
strap
Air
and to open
2579er
the
requesting
buckle
pushback.
cover. In the event of a sudden loss of cabin pressure, please unlock the mask or drop automatically from the panel above your head. If this happens, remain seated. Pull down firmly on the mask to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and
Why is this engine not available?
don't worry if the bag
Usually it says available. I don't know what's going on there. Oh,
adults traveling with young children, please select your own mask first.
is the engine gonna stay on? I probably screwed that engine up now because I turned it off. Oh my god. I'm betting I screwed up engine 2. Just shut it down and start over. Oh. Yeah, I've done it before. We'll just start it up again. Alright, let's set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Available. Engine 2.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
No, it's not really complete. We have to get engine 2 going again.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Are they gonna push this Air Baltic back into me? Yeah, so here we got a decent model. Is this one a real one? Oh yeah, it is. It used to be, that one was a cardboard cutout before. Oh, that's right, we restarted the traffic manager.
Suspect 104 with Oscar ready to taxi IFR. Suspect 104 taxi.
Yeah, but you gotta kind of wait.
18 via taxiway Foxtrot Golf. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready. Ground Air Baltic 465 with Oscar ready to taxi IFR.
Alright, we got the engine, APU bleed, master switch.
We're ready for departure.
Really? Just gonna taxi right through me? Okay. That's nice of them. Alright, we are ready for taxi, so let's get our taxi IFR. Arm the spoilers, arm the flaps. Auto brake to max. Rear takes a wind shear and weather radar. We got our clearance. Should have our clearance, right?
Ground RYANAI Airtree 2906 with Oscar ready to taxi IFR.
Didn't you say Ryanair?
Ryanair Tree 2906 taxi to and hold short of runway 18 via taxiway Sierra Foxtrot Golf. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 18 via taxiway Sierra Foxtrot Golf Ryanair Tree 2906.
This flight, I think it was saying, oh, I kept hearing Uzbekistan. I flew Uzbekistan way back in X-Plane. So we'll probably be flying Uzbekistan. What the heck is going on, man? This is a busy airport. This is, I want to say about, let's say it's about an hour and probably going to end up being an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. I'm gonna crash? Probably not. And considering I had 2 really good landings yesterday, this might be the best Ryanair landing of all time. I don't know, was that on the first flight? Well, it's because my tiller isn't... I actually have full range on my tiller here, as you can see. See, it goes all the way left, right. Sometimes the tiller will only turn... One of the directions will only go like 10 degrees or something. Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember if Creepy Kirk predicted he predicted like negative 169 feet per minute for landing. I don't know if it was the first flight of the night or the second one. But I think it was the first one, and I ended up landing at like 114 feet per minute. I thought I was going to for sure be over 300, because lately I've been lately I've been landing harder than 300 feet per minute. So that's us. I think that's through Sim Toolkit Pro. Has like that kind of built in. That is wasted? What? But unfortunately, yeah, again, unfortunately, like, all that stuff doesn't work for YouTube. And that's totally on YouTube's end, or it's... I don't know if it's totally on YouTube's end, but it's like the whole API and all that stuff. You know, that's why, like, things like GeoGuessr and all those exclamation point commands, it's like it works with Twitch. Really, it's called Wasted? Oh, we got quite a few. Quite a few planes today. And I'm hoping, hey Catalin, Oraz? Probably not saying that right. Catalin's from Hungary. Awesome, we're flying there. We're going to be flying into Budapest. Will I get 1,000 subs in a week? That'd be awesome. Daypal says... Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, we are busy today. I wasn't expecting us to... I was kind of thinking, oh, it'd be kind of cool to have a little bit of traffic. See, here's a little issue with Alpha Indy Group traffic, is that when they stop and they can't taxi anymore because there's traffic in front of them, they start turning around for some reason. Because just the weirdness of the way the taxi system works for Microsoft Flight Simulator, I guess. Anyway, I was gonna say, I got a bunch of flights. I basically planned all my flights through Europe, going over to Americas, Canada, United States, Mexico, down into South America, back up Central America, all the Caribbean, bouncing through all the different islands, and then back up into the United States. I don't know how many flights I'm going to do across the United States before I jump out to Hawaii. Right now I plan to go, out of the Caribbean up to Miami up to the Bermuda, and then Bermuda back to JFK, and then JFK over to San Diego. But I might... That's kind of a long flight, and I don't know if I want to do a 6-hour flight across the United States. So maybe I'll do a flight JFK to Dallas, maybe, and then Dallas to San Diego or something. But a lot of those flights in the Caribbean are ATR-72s, ATR-42s. There's a number of Cessnas. That'll be kind of interesting. A couple of those DH-6s with it. Those are the Twin Otters. I didn't put anything after the 8-ball. I didn't set that up at all. That's just the default.
Taxi to and hold short runway 18 using taxiway uniform Foxtrot Golf Lufthansa 8901.
Can you say where Bobby Reach works now? I haven't seen any videos of his. I think I've subscribed to him. I think I hit subscribe. I haven't seen any video. Like I said, I don't really follow YouTube. I don't follow my subscriptions very well anymore. Because I'm subscribed to so many things I don't really care about anymore. Oh, he's with an owner-operator. What? How long was he working with Schneider? I hope he's with a good owner-operator. And he's making good money. And has good... I know, it's like, what are you doing? Well, that's good that he's... I mean, usually a lot of places, or a lot of owner-operators, or a lot of those smaller companies where you can make good money, you need to, you know, have more than a few months of experience. Of course, there are those smaller fly-by-night companies that usually you see, you know, the flip-flop wearing, you know, fresh off the boat. No offense, but the fresh off the boat, you know, immigrants from Africa and the other places, Russia, Ukraine, Eastern Europe. The guys, it's like they're in this truck and they're working for some random company where they just tape the name on the side of the truck, like a piece of paper, and it's duct tape on the side of the truck, and they don't know how to slide their tandems, do anything. That's good.
Departure runway 18.
With 02579er QNH 30.40 at Windcom. Cleared for takeoff runway 18. Ryanair 32NX.
Yeah, I went and worked for a smaller company for like a month during the summer, and it just didn't, like, it just wasn't the right time to get off of the insurance that I had through the company I'm working with right now, the company I started with, so I went back. And I probably would be making more money though right now if I had stayed. But it was a big change, and I wasn't really cool, you know, I didn't really want to do reefer, refrigerated. Because it's always a big giant hassle. Right, let's turn on all of our ATC.
Ryanair 32NX 6 line up and wait.
Line up and wait RYANAIR 32NX.
Yeah, I've always wondered like how intermodal would be. If I ever go back over the road, I kind of want to look at doing intermodal or something, like how that works, because you know what I do with Millis, or what I did with Millis was kind of general. We didn't do any refrigerator because we only had dry vans, but it was, you know, we did Menards, you know, some Walmart stuff, you know, lots of beer stuff, and a lot of it was drop and hook. You know, or usually the appointment times are really good. The thing with reefer is like you can get appointment time, you know, 9 at night, and then you're sitting there for 12 hours or something. It just doesn't fit the way I like to drive. I like to kind of do I'm a 9 to 5 kind of driver. Even though I never drove 9 to 5, I'd always get up and start my day at like 3. Alright, are we cleared to take off? I'm talking over, Alright, here we go. I think we're ready. Well, if we're not ready, we'll just crash out of the sky. You know what? I never did a net page 2 or put in my performance data. So I don't have my V1 speed or anything. Oh my goodness. I completely skipped a whole bunch of steps. Well, if you're watching, you want to see how to start up the A320. This flight is not the one to do it on, because I missed a bunch of setup.
Tower Lufthansa 89er 1 ready for departure runway 18 IFR to Frankfurt. Ryanair 32NX 6 contact Riga center on 128.0. Good day. Lufthansa 89er 1 line up and wait.
Why do I feel like that skyscraper there is one of those glitch skyscrapers? Kind of seems out of place. Yep, and it disappeared. Pull back the climb speed.
600 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Yeah, see, we're missing. Usually we'd have stuff talking about pull back the climb, indent, and all that. Oh, because I didn't have my performance stuff in.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
See, I forgot to do this on nit page too.
A32NX Riga Center QNH 30.40 continuous climb. Air Baltic 465, please expedite your climb 8,000 feet. Russia 6622, you are 1,700 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet QNH 30.48. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet, Russia 6622.
Alright, climbing to 6,000 feet. I don't know why they managed to plan away.
Ryanair 32NX climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Oh.
Wizz Air 2579 climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Ryanair 32NX.
Uzbek 104 climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
I seriously forgot to do a bunch of stuff. And now my autopilot doesn't work correctly. See? Okay, there we go. Manage speed. But I can't manage my altitude. What did I do?
Climb and maintain 17,000
You don't need to turn
feet.
yaw damper or anything on this plane.
Russia 6622, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet. Riga Center Lufthansa 8901 is passing 800 feet, climbing 14,000 feet. Air Baltic 465, please expedite your climb 8,000 feet.
I'm not sure.
Lufthansa
Did I miss?
891 Riga Center QNH 30.47 continuous
Not sure what
climb.
your previous comment was.
Ryanair 32NX, please expedite your climb 16,000 feet.
What is going on? What are you guys talking about? I'm adopted? Who's adopted? What? What's going
3
on?
miles at 5,100 feet, Airbus A319.
Alright.
Report them in sight.
Completely screwed up my autopilot situation because I didn't properly set the plane up.
Air Baltic 412,
Why is it on my
please
destination
expedite
data
your
already?
climb 11,000 feet. CSA 886, please expedite
That's
your
weird that it
descent
wants the
2,000
destination
feet.
data already.
Russia 6622, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet. Air Baltic 465, climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Lufthansa 8901, please expedite your climb 14,000 feet. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, Air Baltic 465.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. Turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to keep seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight. Do not form a line near the left wing. This aircraft
What did he do? He didn't look like he did anything.
Please expedite your
Alright, landing lights off, seatbelt signs off.
We do offer complimentary in-flight security thanks to our partners. Connect to the
Disarm
Wi-Fi
the ground
to find out more
spoilers.
information.
Russia 6325, climb and maintain flight level 180.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened.
Climb and maintain flight level 180.
Oh, American by birth and Hungarian by adoption. Interesting.
CSA 886, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet. Russia 6622, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet. Wizz Air 2579, climb and maintain flight level 200. Air Baltic 465, climb and maintain flight level 220. Lufthansa 8901, climb and maintain flight level 240. Climb and maintain flight level 220, Air Baltic 465. Climb and maintain flight level 240, Lufthansa
Alright, good night, Rocket Gaming.
Zero contact, building is center
Yeah, I've
on
been
13
super tired this past week.
275. Good day.
As I said, I think it's just because I'm just dehydrated and I cannot get... Just can't get rehydrated. It's just too dry here.
132.27.
As I said, winter's gotta end. Of course, I'll be regretting that once we get to the summer.
132.275 Air Baltic 465.
And we're at thick humidity. I don't know why it's doing this.
Riga Center, RY8NAI R3 2906. Request flight level 260.
CSA 886, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet. Ryanair
I don't know how that would help me.
climb and maintain flight level 260.
Make me more tired.
Climb and maintain flight level 260 RY8NAI R3 2906.
Ah, creepy, you're getting all the fancy stuff now. Or did you already have the honeycomb Bravo? What were you flying with before?
Riga Center, RY8NAI R3 2906.
And your wife is letting you invest, isn't she?
Ryanair tree
I can't.
climb and maintain flight level 260. Expect flight level 360. CSA 886, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet.
Climb and maintain flight level 260. Expect flight level 360.
Oh, that's cool.
RY8NAI
Yeah,
R3
Catalan took this
2906.
exact flight in real life 17 years ago.
Ryanair tree 2906, contact building is center on 132.275. Good day. Rossi is 632, flight climb and maintain flight level 240.
132.275 for RY8NAI R3 2906. Vilnius Center RY8NAI R3 2906 is at flight level 190, climbing flight level 260.
Ryanair tree 2906, Vilnius center, continuous planned. Etihad 150 heavy, please expedite your descent 8,400 feet.
Julian V, it would be cool to see if you did a flight to Pyongyang. We will do a flight to Pyongyang once we get over there. I think I relayed that it's like at when I was in X-Plane, when I was doing this world tour in X-Plane, I did fly into Pyongyang. I actually had to make
Vilnius Center
my own livery. I actually made my own livery for Air Koryo, which is the North Korean Airlines, for the Boeing 737 Zibo mod, because now in real life that plane, it's done in a some Russian, one of those Russian planes like the Antov or whatever, but I didn't have a good one to do it in.
Climb and maintain flight level 260. Expect flight level 380 or RY8NAI
Yep,
R3
flying today.
2906.
Yeah, I'll try. I will schedule my streams once I know what my schedule will be for the week. Typically, I'll fly on Sunday nights, Sean, because Sunday nights, so far, I've had off every Sunday night with this new job. But the other day of the week that I have off, or the other 2 days of the week that I have off right now, I'm never sure. So this week I had off a Sunday and Monday, and then Saturday night I'll have off also. So I will be probably flying Saturday night. Like this past week, I had Sunday and Monday off, and then, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, and then I worked on Saturday night last week, so it kind of moves around a little bit. Sunday's the one that right now for sure I have off, so that's when most of my streams will be, but doesn't always work. And once business starts picking up, once it gets more into the summer months, I'll only have 2 days off a week. How's the A321? Did I fly the A321? Have I? I probably flew it way back. I think the A321 is was that Project Megapack's? I don't know if there's a new one out that's been updated. Because Project Megapack isn't updating their A321 or the A330 anymore. So I don't think there's a new alternative freeware out for that yet. But it was okay. I mean, yeah, when it comes to flying the A3, if there's like the 321, it's like you couldn't really tell the difference because I think I had a compatibility for the cockpit so that I was still using the A32NX cockpit. Well, hopefully we're going to be able to fly some different planes as they start coming out. Looking forward. I mean, I'm probably gonna just have to get the 737, the boat from PMDG, and then because most of the flights I do on this world tour, they end up either being the A320 or the 737. So, but I do have some. Let me see what I have. I do have the ATR-72, the freeware, which it's not a perfect plane because it doesn't have the real cockpit, but let's see right now, what are we doing? So this flight, I mean, if I had a 738, I'd be flying in a 738. Next three are A320s. We got some Embraers coming up, but I wish I'm waiting for that freeware Embraer to come out. Alright, we're gonna turn off. Do that.
Ryanair 32906, please expedite here. Ryanair 32906, please expedite. Ryanair 32906, please.
There we go. I think that's how I do it. Yeah, but there's some free planes coming out that I'm looking forward to trying. I'd like to, like I said, I wish I could fly all the different planes that these flights actually are flown in, but you know, like there is no, I don't have a good a good Airbus A321 to jump into. There is no good, you know, the ATR-72 is hit or miss. If I can get a livery for it, if it'll actually work. The Embraers don't have any yet that I can use. Like I said, like I got a few flights here where it's in the Embraer regional jet. There's one where it's in a Fokker 100, whatever that is. We're gonna have a CRJ 700 coming up. We're gonna be flying on Nordica over to Estonia. I might fly. I do have a. When I'm flying into, I'm gonna be flying to Finland from. I think it's from Tromsø. We're gonna fly up to Svalbard, way up there near the Arctic Circle, and then we're gonna fly back down to Tromsø and then over to Finland. And that one's in a DHC 8-400-8, right? But I don't have a good one of those. Maybe I'll do an ATR 72 for that flight, because the next one over to A-Lands is the ATR 72. Which plane scares you? Like I said, I wish I could fly all these planes. I wish I could fly the ATR 72. I got a flight that's a Saab 340. I'm hoping that when we get over to the Caribbean, because a lot of my flights in the Caribbean, you know, there's a mix of, it's a big mix of planes once you get over the Caribbean. Airbus, 730, you know, A320, 730, Boeing 737, but we're also going to have a 777s a few times. Some Embraers. Got a number of a lot of ATR flights. Airbus A330 flight. Number of Cessna flights. There's even a Pilatus PC-12 flight. So if I can get a good, hopefully I can get a custom, the right livery for that. So I'm debating, you know, hours of flying and waiting. Let's see. Oh, Catalan. Sean, which plane scares you? Catalan, 17 years ago, I flew by myself from Los Angeles to Frankfurt, to Riga, and finally to Budapest. Wow. Wearing a black shirt and a light pink skirt for a total of 20 hours of flying and waiting. That's a lot of flying. Yeah, the longest, I want to say the longest amount of time, not flight time, but just the longest amount on a flight was like the last flight I ever did was Shanghai to Montreal, and then Montreal to Chicago. And we had a day layover in Montreal because there was a delay. I think we were delayed taking off from Shanghai, so we were late getting into Montreal, so we missed the connecting flight to Chicago. Which is why I always fly non-stop. But that was a flight my parents, because when they came over to visit and then help us pack and bring stuff back to move to America, that was the flight they scheduled. I would have just done a non-stop Shanghai to Chicago. It's already enough to go from where I lived in China to get to Shanghai. It's like a 4-hour drive. And then, you know, Chicago's about an hour, hour and a half from where we live here, so I don't need to do a layover in between. A lot of flying, even for a 5-year-old. Wow, you were 5 years old when you did that? The CRJ scares you? Why does it scare you? Why are we not climbing? Let's get 38,000. Get this show on the road.
our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
I read the documentation, very intimidating. I'd say just read the tutorial. You go through the tutorial and you just do that a few times. You don't have to do the tutorial flight, but just do the tutorial to set up, and obviously just substitute whatever flight you're doing in for the flight. Once you do that a few times, you'll get it. Yeah, there's an insane amount of documentation, and that's the thing. Almost all these payware planes, if they're worth it, they're going to have hundreds and hundreds of pages of documentation, because the people that are making the stuff that's worth it are insane people. Like, I don't know how much documentation there is for like the Bredok 737 or Captain Sims 777, but based on what I've heard about the quality of those planes, there's probably not a ton of documentation. Maybe there is, I don't know. But you know the PMDG is going to come with probably 500 pages of documents at least for, you know, your hardcore people that are got to know every little detail. Dark Sage, your airline sucks, I want a refund. Oh man. Why my airline suck? I mean, it is Ryanair. What do you want to do? Really? He offered me a cookie. He shouldn't be doing that. We're flying over Lithuania right now. Just about to cross into Poland. Sean's gonna fly EasyJet Berlin to Naples. Berlin. I say it the way we say New Berlin, because we have in Wisconsin we have Berlin, and then we also have New Berlin, which is the city right next to where I live. That slight emphasis on different syllables. I wish I could listen to the live ATC, real life ATC for this coverage area. 5 years old, but two lovely stewardesses kept me entertained, and I felt so comfortable. And the second stewardess nicknamed me a Segno, pronounced Sigo, and it's Hungarian meaning princess. Well, that's good. Yeah, most of the times that's how it goes. When you have a child flying, they will keep an eye on you. Alright, I'm gonna get the data, print it out. QNH for our arrival is going to be 1033. Temperature there is -4. Got a cold snap going through Europe right now. Winds 60 degrees at 2 knots. Transition altitude is 10,000 feet. And my minimums on my ILS is 633 feet. Elevation 633, that's 217 above the runway. We're all set there, barring any changes. Well, I am doing flight tracking with that link, but for some reason it isn't tracking my flight. Not sure why. Oh, it's because the server failed. I guess you can't track my flight through there. Alright, there you go. Now you guys can track it. So if you go to that link, events.flighttracker.tech, and you look for the call sign Romeo Yankee Romeo 3296, you can follow the flight. If you don't have, you can also follow on Volanta if you have that. Over in the distance we have Bialystok. We're just going over eastern Poland. Our flight plan had us flying just about over Warsaw. We're going to be a little bit further east. The flight plan didn't, but my flight tracker's saying that. So Warsaw will be off to our right coming up. Pretty clear day, except for these little puffy, low-level clouds. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you fully learned Hungarian when you were 8 years old, went to school in Slovenia, and then learned Latin as my third language. Now I'm learning Esperanto in the University of Warsaw. Certainly well-traveled and knowing some languages. Well, speaking of that, maybe we'll... I'm trying to think of what view I want to go here. What are you getting a master's degree in? Or is it master's? Well, it's an MA. Are you getting an MA? So it'd be Masters of Arts. They have... Well, yeah, they do have MS's. Master's of Science. Like, what's your area of study, I mean? Master of Arts. Master of Arts in what? Like, what's your focus? Or well, there's Masters of Arts, but it's like Masters of Arts. You can get a Masters of Arts in History, Master of Arts in, you know, Political Science, Master of Arts in, you know, whatever it is. Alright, I'm going to do my Hebrew lesson here. Before we do that, let's go inside the plane, a little bit quieter. Alright, the apple is sweet, so topach. Let's see. Ramos. I'm not sure exactly how I say it. Actually, it might be that one. Yeah, it was actually that one. That's right. My Hayeladet. So the girl. So Hayeladet is the girl. Reads. Or is reading. The king reads. So Ha-Melech. Where are you? Ha-Melech. Reads. So Korah. Like that. The focus is in teaching because I want to be a teacher. So you're getting. Do you have to get a master's degree to teach? Or are you doing... I mean, I can go and get a master's degree for teaching, but it'd be like, you get a master's degree because it's like you want to do teaching as a second career. And so you already have a bachelor's degree in something else, but then you go back and get a master, you have to take the courses to know what you're doing and get the certification. You might as well just take like 2 more courses and you get a master's anyway. So, I don't know if I'm going to do that, but... I'm too lazy. Too lazy. What is reading? Reading is Korah. There we go. Oh, Korata. I think it's Korah if it's a male, and then if it's a female, it's Korat. Or Korat. You put the tut on the end there. So she is reading. So Korat. That. The girl reads. Where's my... The girl eats sweet bread, so Hayelet eats Ohelet. So yeah, a lot of the verbs they put that if it's a female, Ohelet instead of Ohel. Ohel would be for boy. So the girl eats lechem, which is bread, and then sweet. And this was what sweet is. So metuch. Again, there's no vowels, so this is t. And then this kind of could be an oo or an ah, depending on what it is. They'll sometimes put the vowel markings, but not usually. I am reading, so get and go. So no ta because it's I. In Hungary, to teach in secondary school, U.S. equivalent to high school, you have to get a master's degree in teaching. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think you have to get a master's degree to do that in the U.S., but you do have to. I don't think you need a master's. You just need to have gone and got a teaching degree and done the proper courses for high school teaching.
התפוז לא מתוק.
The orange is not sweet. Hayelet Apple is sweet.
המלך קורא.
Pull up my. I need a little thing showing me what letters on the keyboard correspond to what Hebrew letters, because obviously my keyboard is just an English keyboard. You can get like an overlay. We'll have the because they don't match up obviously with our letters. So Hamelech. So like for example, here this is M sound, right? M sound, but it's on the N on the keyboard. It's just like the Ha was on V, so it's not at all corresponds. So Hamelech. So Melech. Melech. What was it?
המלך קורא.
Okay. So reads. Okay. So like right there, I said Korah because this sound right here can be a, I mean it's just a vowel. It doesn't make any sound on its own, but there's no the only way I know how to say it's Korah is because they say it. You have to learn that. You just have to learn how to say it. There's no real hint unless they have vowel markings. Okay, I put the wrong k sound. I think that's if you have at the end of a letter or end of a word. Use this one instead of that one.
אני קורא.
Elisha's doing well. He's doing well. Yep. He's fine.
אני קורא.
So, אני קורא.
האישה קוראת.
האישה
הילדה אוכלת לחם מתוק.
Alright, let's see. We got, getting pretty close actually, so I'm gonna check and make sure. Put in that fix so we don't miss. Oops. Don't want to miss our descent. Let's check my chart here. Go to. This chart doesn't really have any altitudes. By the time we get to Nigra on the approach, we need to be at 4,000 feet. So we will make that the fix. Nigra. 4,000 feet. Go to the fly pad. Calculator. 4,000 feet. 107 nautical miles before target. Back to the fixed point. 100. I'll give us 110. Just because there can be speed changes. So we're coming up on it. It's technically not 100 knots nautical miles from that point because there are how many more miles are we getting? You know, this is a straight line from there. Obviously, we're getting a little bit more mileage, so we should be able to be down if we start a descent once we hit that blue line. Maybe we'll turn ATC back on.
Warsaw Center RYANAIR 296 is tagged Airbus A20N10 miles northwest of Echo Papa Kilo Romeo flight level 380. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Warsaw Center RYANAIR 296 is tagged Airbus A20N10 miles northwest of Echo Papa Kilo Romeo flight level 380. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Squawk 7023 RYANAIR 296.
Center.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, RYANAIR 296.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it was just a little poop for him last night, but you can feel it. Alright, let's I know, I wish I could just listen to the real life Warsaw Center. Unfortunately, they don't. I have the tower for Warsaw up right now, but nothing's come through. And obviously, the tower isn't what we'd be hearing at this altitude or at this frequency.
Ryanair 296 cleared to Farahagy Airport as filed.
Farahagy.
7023.
Ryanair 296 read back correct. Radar contact flight level 360. Turn right heading 215 descend and maintain flight level 300.
Turn right heading 215 descent.
Radar contact. What? We're not at 360. Descend to flight level 300. Alright. Guess we're gonna start a descent now. I think way too early though. We don't need to really begin our descent yet. But we'll do what they say. Seatbelt signs back on. And I'm going to finish that Hebrew lesson before we get too far.
הילדה אוכלת לחם מתוק. הילדה אוכלת לחם מתוק.
Ryanair 296 contact Bratislava Center on 123.82. Good day.
Yeah.
Going to 123.8254 RYANAIR 296. Bratislava Center RYANAIR 296 is passing flight level 375 descending
skip
flight
that.
level 300.
Listening sometimes is hard with all the ATC. Alright, the apple is sweet, so hatobos, boach, mako.
flight level tree 70.
Alright, so that was the Hebrew. And just to switch it up, let's do some Chinese. Why don't we do that? What better to talk about than food? And which is hungry.
渴，饿，
Ugh.
我不饿，我很渴。
I am not. I'm not hungry. I'm thirsty. 渴。
肺完渴，
这杯茶很好喝。
This. I don't know if I would say cup of tea. I'd say this tea is. This tea is good.
Ryanair tree 2906 descend and maintain flight level 200.
已完
Descend and maintain flight
Ugh.
level 200 or YANAIR tree 2906.
And they're really having us descend quick.
EVA 66 heavy, you are 3,500 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 30.
肺
Ryanair 29 tree 2, you are 2,900 feet below your assigned altitude.
我的弟弟很渴，他要喝水。
Flight level tree 20. Austrian
我的弟弟很渴，他要喝水。
300 feet below your assigned altitude.
My younger brother
Flight level tree 20.
is thirsty.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 50.
Climb and maintain flight level 330 EVA 66 heavy.
He wants
EVA 66 heavy contact Warsaw Center on
to drink
127.45.
water.
Good day.
已饿真
Austrian tree 81 descend and
真
maintain
惊
17,000 feet.
渴，这是什么酒？真好喝。
Climb and maintain flight level tree 20. Austrian 662. Descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Austrian tree 81.
Hey Samyak, welcome in. Oh, you're Indian. Awesome.
Austrian tree 81 contact.
Yeah, we're not going to be flying
Warsaw
over to
127.75.
India for a while. It's going to be a long time before we get over to India on this world tour. Since I have yet to go all the way around the world and hit every country in X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I did go to India back in X-Plane. So, and I'm looking forward to getting back there, but it's going to be quite a while before we get back over there. Alright, let's see, where are we? We are actually flying over Slovakia right now. Let's see, that's going to be... What is that? That's, I'm guessing that's going to be, what we're seeing in the distance there is a Kosice. Probably Kosice, I'm guessing.
Victor Mike 1, please expedite your climb flight level 290. Austrian 662, please expedite your climb flight level 320. Mike 1, please expedite your climb flight level 290. Ryanair Tree 296 descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Austrian 662, please expedite your climb flight level 320.
Descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Ryanair Tree 296.
Blue Air 29 Tree 2 traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 345 Airbus A320. Report them inside. Blue Air 29 Tree 2, please expedite your climb flight level 320. Aeroflot 2041 traffic is 10 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 320 Boeing 737. Report them inside. Blue Air 2932 have the traffic. Victor Mike 1, please expedite your climb flight level 290. Austrian 662, please expedite your climb flight level 320. Have the Airbus A320 in sight. Victor Mike 1, please expedite your climb flight level 290. Aeroflot 2041, please expedite your climb flight level 350. Ryanair Tree 296, contact Budapest Center on 120.375. Good day. Blue Air 29 2, contact Budapest Center on 120.375. Good day.
120.375 RYANAIR Tree 296.
Terran Tree 22, please expedite your climb flight level 240.
Hey Maricar, welcome back. Yeah, we got some baudza and some sweet potato. That's what we got. Baudza is a steamed bun. It usually has like meat. Like this one has meat in it. Purple sweet potato. I guess. Just realized I never went to standard pressure. But I guess that's why the ATC isn't yelling at me, because they think the whole world is the United States. Dark back there. Can't see. So dark and in the shadows. Alright, we're in Hungary now. Yeah, I played Farming Simulator. What? Why are you laughing? Oh. What did I do that made you... What? I don't even know which one it was. What was so funny about it? What was I trying to do? Couldn't figure out how to do what? I thought it was something to do with the cows or the pig. Power washing simulator? No, never did power washing simulator. That's a little worrying, that line. There we go, that works better. PC building simulator is what got me into PCs. Did you build your own PC? Like in real life?
RYA at AIR3 2906 requesting vector to next waypoint. Turn left heading 215 RYA at AIR3 2906.
Oh. It's so salty. I guess technically this isn't my first PC. So, you know, obviously we had the family PC, and then I think I bought one from Best Buy back in college. Well, I already had a laptop. I had a laptop for college, and then I bought a desktop, and then I don't know what I ever did. I don't know whatever happened to that one. Is that I took my laptop from college. I took a laptop I had gotten for college, and I took that with me to China. And basically, that laptop died the first week I was, or the second week I was in China or whatever. So I had to buy a laptop over there, which was an interesting experience. Had that laptop for a while, and then I bought a more of a gaming laptop, but that thing always overheated. And both of those, both those final two laptops I had opened up, and I think on one of them I completely replaced the heat sink and that whole system. So building a PC in a big giant, you know, case and everything with big giant components was a lot easier than messing with, you know, laptop parts. I'd love to be able to build a new PC completely from scratch. I mean, like I only upgraded this one, which is kind of the good thing about building your own PC, is that you can upgrade components of it. You don't have to start completely from scratch. But I'd love to have, like, be able to have the money to build a whole new one from scratch and really go all out on it and get the right. I mean, I think when I built this PC originally, I had a good. The aesthetics all matched up. Like the motherboard was red and black. You know, it was the MSI red and black motherboard, and then the graphics card, you know, has red and black on it from MSI. You know, the RAM I had was red, so it all kind of went together nicely. And then the lighting, but then on the upgrade I got a new fan, but the fan has blue now, so it's kind of weird. Like, most of my fans are red, but then there's this blue one. And then the RAM, I got these, like, I can't remember what a company was, like Oli or something, and they have these big wings on them, and it's an RGB. They just keep changing colors all the time. So that stuff doesn't all fit together anymore. So it's not a PC to look at, really. We just... Oh, I guess we're just responding to them now. We lost ATC. Descend 6,000 feet. So Budapest is going to be right over there, I think. Actually, right in front of us. We're flying directly toward the center of Budapest. We'll angle off a little bit to the south. I was going to say, is our approach going to be right over the center of Budapest? That'd be kind of weird. Alright, next flight we're going to be taking off 6:15 in the morning, so we're going to have an early start. I don't think I had to update my BIOS because I didn't upgrade just my RAM. I literally when I built my, like, that was sort of the plan, was to have, because I still have 2 open slots for RAM. But originally I had 16 gigabytes, and now I've upgraded to 32, but it's a whole different motherboard as well. Like, I upgraded the motherboard, the CPU, and the RAM. So those are the 3 things I upgraded. Power supply, didn't need to do anything with that because it's still enough, and then graphics card, obviously don't have not willing to spend, you know, 500% of what the cards should be selling for, these new ones. So sticking with the 1080 until someday, maybe getting into the 3000 or 4000 or maybe the 5000 series by the time everything shakes out.
Budapest approach RYANAIR3296 is at 12,200 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Adjust my camera back.
We have begun our final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to select any craft one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat cushion. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
China, the oranges are green. It tastes really good, right? Yeah, when I was back in X-Plane, I recorded a few videos on X-Plane, and it did not work very well. And then I was very surprised when I got into Flight Simulator that, like, early on, I figured there was going to be no way I'd be able to stream, definitely not stream, but even record any videos, because, you know, back when it first came out, it wasn't very good on the system yet. And I started streaming or recording some videos, and I was very surprised that I was able to, at the settings I have it at. I have everything at high, so I'm only 1 level down from ultra. Well, let's see if we can get descended in time. Spoilers armed. So there's Budapest. If I'm not mistaken, Budapest is actually, you got Buda on one side and then Pest on the other. It's two different, or originally was two different cities. Which combined to make Budapest. Yeah, so we're going to be landing towards the downtown, so we're going to be flying away now and then turn around. No, it's Pest on one side and Buda on the other. That's why I said it, isn't it? Just imagine, we could be calling it Pest Buda. In an alternate world. Well, we kind of need to get down to... Well, we need to be above 4,000. Let's look at sending these. Start slowing down. Timbuktu could be 2 buck Tim. We need to land. So here's an example of the ATC be like, yo. Hey,
and maintain 5,000 feet. Ryanair
we're not going to tell you what runway to take. See, yesterday, remember on that flight we got the clearance like 52 miles out, which is just perfect. Today, it's like, I mean, we're going to be landed before they give us clearance. They're going to tell us like, oh yeah, we want you to land at runway such and such. It's like, did you tell me? Because I got 2 runways to choose from. It's one or the other. And now the way I'm going, it's like I have to land direction. Because I think, basically at this point, the airport's right over there somewhere. Yeah, we're already past the airport. It's behind us. Back there. Yeah, Sean, you can... well, it depends on what livery. I mean, I would suggest going on flightsim.to if you have like a specific livery, like a real-life livery you want. You can make a livery request on flightsim.to. If it's something you want custom, like you want your own, like custom airline or something, yeah, you probably have to pay someone or ask a friend. Yeah. I don't know where you can do that, where you can ask people who to ask. I don't know how to do liveries in for Flight Simulator. I was barely able to make, I think I made 3 liveries for X-Plane, and that was a lot of work, and they weren't even up to my standards. Well, I think I take that back. Like the Air Koryo one, I think was the first one I did, and that was kind of a little janky. Some of the lines, because the way texture maps work, it's kind of weird. Okay, I'm gonna descend because I need to descend, and if you guys don't want to actually tell me what to do.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect VOR DME runway 31 right approach via Bravo uniform.
That's because they want us to go all the way into the airport to the VOR and then come back out. It's like, why not just clear? I'm on this approach already, so we're gonna get down. I hope we can get down in time. We might not be able to now, so we might actually have to go all the way into the. We might miss the glide slope, which would be fun. Thank you. Yeah, as I said, no need to make me a custom livery. I'm always flying these. See, it's like, I don't know why. You could just have us fly straight in here. Could just do that.
maintain 5,000 feet. Ryanair 32NX.
No, I want to land. Let's see if we can get it. I think we might be able to. Going really fast though. Not ideal. Could do a hold. Well, like again, there's the thing. They didn't clear us down because what they want us to do is fly into the VOR, then come back out and do an arc, and then come back in. It's like, why? I get it. I guess, you know, it's what they want to do for traffic purposes, right? Okay, I think we can catch it. We might be able to make it. We'll just keep descending until we get to that. We're catching it. We're starting to get close to the glide slope. We're fast, though. So as soon as we get the glide slope, we're going to have to really cut back. Performance 127 for approach speed. Spoilers are overarmed. What else do we need? Landing gear down. Cabin check. We somehow did it. Ignoring the ATC, it's almost 10:30. I don't want to do a whole goofy approach. Why not just do the approach that we're on? Sometimes the VOR approach is just kind of silly. It's like, why? Again, I guess you could do it for traffic purposes. Though I don't see a lot of traffic. I haven't seen any real other planes causing too much trouble. Throw in this approach. We need to climb to 3,000 feet. I think we'll be fine on our approach though.
$500. $400.
What is this plane doing?
$300. $200.
Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Ryanair 32NX.
Well, we are
minimum.
Really, what the heck is this glide slope?
$100.
It's really weird.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
There you go, Ryanair landing. Oh, forgot to put out the auto brakes. So we go reversers. Forgot when I go to drone camera, I have no control over the plane. Maybe. That might be what the problem is. That could be. Yeah, those are really... They did not look right. We were really shallow. But who knows, maybe we would have had a better landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 1:31 p.m. and it's currently about -2 degrees Celsius.
-2 degrees.
Devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bin, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation.
Never mind. Oh, does it actually work now? No. Alright, where do we park, though? I'm assuming we park over there. Let's go over there. That looks like the... I guess that's the main terminal. Yep. I told you. It was either going to be the best Ryanair landing ever, or it was just going to be a regular Ryanair landing. And so, we didn't disappoint. We got a good Ryanair landing. So I don't feel too bad about that. Because it was still probably the best Ryanair landing. I'm sure Ryanair landings are usually like 400. I think I have a... I think this is a... Yeah, I think this is an airport upgrade. Upgraded airport. Freeware. Doesn't look as flashy as the other ones, but looks like they have some custom buildings. Just a few. Nice quick taxi. Alright, taxi lights off. Should have started the APU. Oh. Actually, we might not need the APU because we could just plug in. We're gonna get external power? Probably not. Looks like this airport, while there is some scenery, might actually not be a lot of... Yeah, this actually might not be an upgraded one at all. Ground power? No ground power. That's good to know. It's always good when you're at an airport and it has no ground power. Catlin, by the way, although it suggested I still wanted to thank you for the flight, it brings back lovely memories. Thank you. Yep. Alright, APU bleed on. Engine 1 and 2 switches off. Seatbelt sign off, even though jetway isn't connecting to us. Turn off the fuel pumps. Turn off the adheres. For oxygen supply. I guess we'll just keep the APU on because we don't have external power for some reason. Thank you, Catalin, for the subscription. Let's go over to Valanta. We're going to check out Valanta, finish the flight, and just take a little review of it. There's a flight. Nice straight line right over Poland. And you can see that little message, country unlocked. We unlocked Hungary. And landing rate, not terribly awesome, but not too bad. Hour 42 for the flight time. So I'm glad I added those few minutes for PAC-X. So that's Valanta. Send that away. And then I'm going to open up Illustrator. Open up our world map. All the countries we've been to so far on this world tour. And we'll zoom in and reveal our latest arrival, which is Hungary. There we go. So next flight we're going to be flying right over to Germany, right there. hopefully we can get that in tonight. I think we should be able to. Probably end up going after midnight again, but I want to get at least 2 flights in. Because otherwise this world tour is going to take years. Passengers are deboarding. Let's show off, bring up Pack X here. We got the passengers coming off. With their localized names, that's a cool thing that Pack X has right now. Nice localized name database, so you get these, you know, Hungarian names, Latvian names, but also a mix of. Here we got Chongseo Turner. Like Sandor is more of a Hungarian name. Lots of Hungarian names. All right, flight is over on Pack X, so we'll end the flight. Overall opinion 91%. And comments, I'll definitely be recommending you at work, and I'm totally telling my friends about this airline, and this is going to be fun leaving the aircraft. I never know if this is a good comment or a sarcastic comment. Save that in any case. Alright, so that's our flight to from Latvia, Riga, Latvia to Budapest, Hungary. I'm going to take a little intermission on Twitch. On YouTube, I'm going to be ending the stream, and then I'll start up the stream dedicated to the flight from Hungary to Frankfurt, Germany, and that will go live in probably 15 minutes. Just got to set up the sim brief and get the flight set up in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'll be right back. So if you haven't already on YouTube, hit the like button, comment below, hit the subscribe so you get the notifications about the next stream. And if you're on Twitch, just hang out. Might play an ad, but stay alive in chat, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Thanks a lot.